4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1.
The defending NFC champion Dallas Cowboys entered the new season weakened by the retirement of Jethro Pugh and Too Tall Jones and crippled by an injury to All-Pro Charlie Waters. The team was clearly wounded, and in stadiums around the NFC East, enemy camps sensed blood on the waters and staked their claim as number one.
We're number one! We're number one! We're number one! We're number one!
In the 1970s, the Cowboys ruled the Eastern Division, but in 1979, there were doubts in their minds and in the minds of others about who had a stranglehold on the East. It was a season of rocky takeoffs, bumpy flights, and crash landings. The Cowboys walked the tightrope all season. 16 weeks of narrow escapes and breathtaking come-from-behind victories as they scrambled, scratched, and crawled their way to the top. When you teeter so precariously for so long on the high wire, you are bound to slip and fall. When the Cowboys fell on a dark December night in a playoff game against the Los Angeles Rams, there was no net to catch them.
Here's Ferragamo dropping back to throw. Protection is good. Goes deep across the middle. It's caught at the 25, 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Billy Waddy, touchdown, Los Angeles.
It proved bitter irony that the Cowboys lost in the fashion in which they so often had won, in the final frantic minutes of the game. There would be no conference championship or Super Bowl this season. Profile is unmistakable. The face belongs carved on Mount Rushmore. Tom Landry began his 20th season in St. Louis without injured Tony Dorsett, who sat while rookie Ron Springs, number 20, starred. The Cowboys won their 15th straight opener by a single point. Then in San Francisco, Roger Staubach generaled a furious second-half rally to defeat the 49ers. For 2 weeks, the Cowboys had flirted with disaster. And in week 3, they played a perilous game of brinksmanship against the Chicago Bears.
The Cowboys down by 3, and they have 2 timeouts left. A roar from the crowd now. Tony Hill wide to the left, Drew Pearson wide right, Dorsett in motion right side, Staubach play fake, hit screen to Hill left side to the 20, 15, 10. Oh, what move, what quickness by Tony Hill, the thrill.
Once again, they walked the tightrope and survived. Few teams survive a healthy Tony Dorsett, whose 3 touchdowns helped bury the Vikings 36-20. On form, the 1979 Cowboys were notorious slow starters with a flashy finishing kick. But they blew out the Rams early with a season's worth of precision plays, and Roger Staubach spirals in the night. The 30-6 rout of the Rams was followed by a second victory over the Cardinals, as the winningest team of the decade finished the first half of its schedule with the best record in pro football. The Cowboys' 7-1 record was not as easily accomplished as knit one, pearl two. But who could blame them for looking as satisfied as the cat that ate the canary? There was an abundance of talent in the huddle and quality depth on the sideline. The offensive line of Tom Rafferty, Andy Frederick, Pat Donovan, Burton Lawless, Jim Cooper, Herbert Scott, John Fitzgerald, and Rayfield Wright broke down individual components of a defense and powered the team to the most points in the NFC. The Cowboys possessed three quality tight ends in Jay Saldi, rookie Doug Cosby, and number 89, Billy Joe Dupree, who scored 5 touchdowns. There was versatility at running back, as all-purpose back Ron Springs, number 20, sparkled in his rookie season. Mr. Versatile remained ageless Preston Pearson, whose acrobatic catches often kept the team from falling off the tightrope. Robert Newhouse did the important dirty work, like cleaning up long, sustained drives with short, gutty touchdown runs, or executing a climax play like the screen pass. Like champions, the Cowboys won in all the important little ways. Their special teams blended the teamwork of rookies Robert Shaw, Aaron Mitchell, and Steve Wilson with heads-up play by veterans like Aaron Kyle. Running under Danny White's precisely angled punts came Guy Brown, Mike Hegman, Dennis Thurman, Bruce Huther, and Benny Barnes, number 31. Another unit which did the little things well was the Doomsday defense, which employs the complicated flex. Residing here was a menacing mix of old pros and all pros. Tackle Randy White, safety Cliff Harris, end Harvey Martin, and middle linebacker Bob Bruni. The quiet leader was veteran swingman Larry Cole, a solid team player who did the unnoticed chores, like closing down runs and bottling up both blocker and running back. The fiery leader was linebacker D.D. Lewis, number 50, who, like Cole, was never afraid to stick his head into the thick of a sweep. For 3 seasons, all pros Harvey Martin and Randy White have parlayed little things into big sacks. Here, Randy loops around Harvey, who ties up 2 blockers and takes dead aim on the quarterback. Martin, number 79, boasted a peerless outside rush, which enabled him to lead the team in sacks for the 7th straight year. The acquisition of John Dutton and the crunch of David Stalls, Larry Bethea, and rookie Bruce Thornton made Doomsday a punishing force. The secondary of Kyle, Barnes, and Harris was bolstered by number 42, Randy Hughes, who did a superb job, replacing the unreplaceable, all-pro safety Charlie Waters. Although not as dominant as in seasons past, Doomsday was decisive down the stretch as the Cowboys sought their 14th straight winning season and 13th playoff berth in 14 years. The confident Cowboys entered the home stretch comforted by their glittering 7-1 record. This confidence was shattered quickly by a bitter loss to the Steelers and successive defeats by the Philadelphia Eagles, Washington Redskins, and Houston Oilers. Shadows grew as long as cowboy faces as the team was dragged under the quicksand of a mid-season slump. They lost 4 of 5 games and might have fallen off the tightrope for good, except for one victory that reflected this entire topsy-turvy season, a game played on the rim of defeat against the Giants.
Wide split behind Staubach in the offensive backfield. Roger back to throw. He pumps once, goes deep for Drew Pearson. Pearson at the 1-yard line and has a touchdown. Pearson is in with a touchdown. Just at the point when you say, where is the Dallas offense? They show up.
Trailing by a point, 14-13, with 1 minute, 21 seconds remaining, and the ball on their 9-yard line, the Cowboys did what wounded or trapped animals do. They attacked. With 6 seconds left, the Cowboys stood a field goal away from victory.
Danny White will hold a 23-yard field goal for Rafael Septien with 6 seconds to go in the game, and the Cowboys down by 1. Danny White says, are you ready? Here's the snap, a good one. The kick is up, and it's good! Septien!
The 16-14 victory was not a wild stroke of fortune, but rather the orderly application of superior resources in desperate moments. This tradition began with some glorious names from the Cowboys' past and vividly carried into the present by a truly remarkable man. If the bitter will to win was rolled into one bundle and set on legs, it would look like Roger Staubach. This season, Roger won a 4th NFL passing championship, making him the all-time quarterback leader. But it was not the statistical Staubach, but Staubach the leader, the opportunist that kept his team in the battle when the cause seemed hopelessly lost. In his career, Roger has led 23 fourth-quarter rallies, including 16 in the last 2 minutes or overtime that resulted in Cowboy victory. Roger's capacity to come from behind was greatly enhanced by 2 premier wide receivers, veteran Drew Pearson, number 88, and third-year man Tony Hill. Both provided almost a mile of smiles and excitement to Cowboy fans who saw these 2 peas in a pod gain over 1,000 yards receiving. For 7 seasons, Drew Pearson has possessed the unique ability for making the storybook catch and running precise patterns either short or deep. His 8 touchdowns, 55 receptions, and 1,000 yards would have led most teams. Not so the Cowboys, for their home run hitter was the man they call the Thrill. Tony Hill caught 60 balls for over 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns. The Cowboys became the first team in NFL history to have 3 players gain over 1,000 yards in a season. Joining Pearson and Hill was Tony Dorsett. It was a strange season for Tony. He fractured a toe when a mirror fell on his foot and later fell off a horse and hurt his leg. But he is a horse that a team can ride all the way to a championship, and the Cowboys did. At first glance, Dorsett appears frail, but he is weightlifter strong under his pads. His strength helps absorb punishment. His speed propels him away from it and carried Tony to his third straight 1,000-yard season. With only 3 games remaining, the Cowboys stood 8-5, a record that tied them with the Redskins for second place and set them 1 game behind the Eagles in the NFC East. Opponents tried to outpsych the Cowboys. The Giants collected their entire team at midfield and made them captains for a day. The strategy failed as Roger Staubach and Drew Pearson combined for 3 touchdowns. The 28-7 victory was tempered when an overzealous spike by Pearson cost the Cowboys his services for their next game. A showdown for first place with the sky-high Philadelphia Eagles.
Eagles are on the move. Go, Eagles, go!
Behind the blind faith of their rabid fans, the Eagles contested something the Cowboys thrive and survive in. A must game. Luck, fate, and the bounce of the ball often determine such games. The Cowboys made their own luck. And as described by Brad Sham and Charlie Waters, fate saved the most important bounce for Rapp.
Still need points, so that's the only thing that matters. We need to get 3 or 7. Let's don't give the ball over to him.
Preston Pearson is in the backfield. All by himself is the lone setback. Hill wide left, Butch Johnson wide right, long count. Staubach wants to throw. Throws over the middle, tip. Caught! Touchdown! On a deflected play, and it's caught by Butch Johnson.
Gotta believe. They believe. You live right, you get things like this happening to you.
Tom Landry, said last week that the Cowboys hadn't had much luck, and he was right, but hey, there's a break.
Everything is confidence in football, professional football, and you build confidence over a lot of years, a lot of experiences. They give you confidence to do something like you do today. It doesn't come easy.
Nothing ever comes easy against the Washington Redskins as the Cowboys turn the last game of the year into the most exciting and dramatic of the 1979 season. Trailing 17-0 in the second quarter, their hopes for a championship appeared hopelessly lost. A blitzkrieg of 3 touchdowns severely shifted momentum away from the Redskins and securely in the Cowboys' favor. Momentum proved a fickle lake.
Delay play to Riggins, coming to the right side, and Riggins has a big hole, first down the sideline, 40, 30, he's gone to the 20, the 10, he's still on his feet, touchdown, a 66-yard run by Riggins, exploding away to the outside, and that may be more than the Cowboys can overcome.
The Cowboys trailed the Redskins 34-21 deep in the fourth quarter.
2:38 left in the game. Can it happen again? Can they come back again? Shotgun formation, Staubach looking into the face of a 4-man rush, throwing, caught, springs.
Go. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Ron Springs. 2:20 left in the game. Can they do it again?
You gotta believe, Brad.
Woo!
The defense believed as a key play by Larry Cole on 3rd and 2 turned the ball back to this team on a tightrope and primed the greatest comeback in Dallas Cowboy history.
1:01 left in the game. This is an all-timer. Cowboys at the Redskin 33. Second down 10. Trailing by 6 points. From the shotgun. Staubach has time. Throws. Caught.
You gotta love them. I mean, you gotta love the Cowboys. They're the most exciting team in the NFL. They can pull it out.
42 seconds left in the game. Redskins lead by 6. How do you live like this? How can you live like this, doing this every week?
This is what it's all about.
This is a killer. Second down and 8. From the 8-yard line. No shotgun this time. Staubach throwing in the end zone. Tony Hill! Touchdown! Tony Hill! Oh, the stadium goes wild. Charlie Waters goes wild. The Cowboys have won the East. The Cowboys have come from behind twice. Unbelievably. This place has gone berserk. I ain't never seen nothing like this.
Just another day at the office, Brad.
Yeah, just,